It's Johnny, right? Johnny, 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 Johnny. Hello, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how to leverage on social media to grow your brand. In order to have a strong leverage to grow your brand, you have to first of all have a brand. And the good thing is that we all have a brand, so that's not a problem. The most important aspect of having a brand is knowing your brand, identifying with your brand, owning it and representing it in everything you do or say, because it will be very sad if you invest so much effort, energy and time in building your brand and you don't even know what it is you're building. And this leads me to the question, what does brand really mean? Brand is all about reputation. Your reputation is the impression you leave on people. It's what people think, what they do, what they say, how they feel when they come in contact with you or your name. It is the sum total of all those conversations people are having about you. The purpose of building a brand is to be able to sell, and not just sell, but sell as much as you can. You might think, okay, what you're selling is a product or a service, but the root of it all is that we're selling ourselves. The reason being that we are emotional beings. People buy based on their emotions, and your product or your service can only embody the persona or the emotions you give to it. So in order to have a great business brand, you have to first of all build a strong personal brand. You can't sell what you don't know. So know thyself, and when you know thyself, be thyself. Be self-aware. Self-awareness is different from self-identity. Self-identity is knowing yourself, knowing that, okay, I'm a shy person, or knowing I'm an outgoing person. But self-awareness is knowing what others think about you. Because you might think you're an outgoing person, but other people see you as that loud person. So that's the difference. You have to be self-aware and not just have self-identity. And because it's all about reputation, you have to take control of that. You can't leave your reputation in people's hands to decide. Even Warren Buffett, one of the world's most successful investors, said it. Your reputation takes a lifetime to build and a second to destroy. So you have to decide, what do I want people to know about me? What do I want people to think about me? What kind of conversations do I want to be mentioned in? You have to search yourself and bring out those aspects of yourself that will project the impression you want to create on people. When you're able to define that to yourself, you'll be able to share it with others. And you know you can't bring out what you don't have. So stay true to yourself. It's a cliche that still works you tomorrow. What are you about? What are your fears? What are your beliefs? Allow yourself to be vulnerable. When you're vulnerable, you make stronger connections. Because like I said earlier, we do business based on emotions. People buy what they like and what they feel connected to. And it's only when you're vulnerable, when you open yourself up to people, that they'll be able to connect with you on that level and be able to trust you enough to give you their money. In order to make a connection, you have to be clear on what it is you want to share with the world. Ask yourself, what do I want to be defined as? Because people won't connect to you if they don't know what it is you're about. This leads us to the next question, what am I selling? We've established that we build our brands to ultimately sell ourselves. But what is it about yourself do you want to sell? Are you selling a vision, a hope of a better tomorrow? Like Martin Luther King did in his I Have a Dream speech delivered on the 28th of August 1963. Are you selling an idea? Like when we think about the Kardashians, we think flamboyant lifestyle, we think luxury, we think sex appeal, we think fake. Are you selling an argument? Some people have their brand built around controversy. Are you selling an excuse, or you're selling a reason? Like most charity organizations, what they sell are reasons. They tell you why it's important for you to donate for this cause, because it will save lives, it will help children in the rural areas. Or it could be that you're selling an explanation. Maybe you're good at curating and analyzing concepts. You look to create pictures in people's mind and make them think deeper about some certain things. That's actually my business. I like to break down things to its simplest form so that you can find the solutions to the problems you're having. If you check all the influential people on social media, people follow them because of a reason they've identified and connected to. Most of us even have accounts we don't follow on social media, but we know everything about their life. We check their pages, we catch up on them as if we're catching up on TV series. The reason is because they're telling a story and you feel like you're connected to that story. So if you want to have a strong brand, be aspirational, tell a story. Better yet, take people on a journey. Let it be real in the sense that it's supported with hard work and smart work that allows you to grow in all the true essence. You don't have to make anything up. Know your path and stay on your path. What makes you unique are your experiences, your character, your wealth of knowledge, your beliefs, your values. Make sure you own it and represent it in everything you do or say. That's the only way you build a reputation. That's the only way you raise your profile. Because I don't think there's any good in being the best kept secret. So be yourself, because every other person is already taken, according to Oscar Wilde. Another thing to consider is how you intend to share yourself on social media. Are you good at writing? Or maybe you're good at editing pictures, or you're good at giving great captions to pictures. Maybe you could just see a picture of a glass and you write, and then I looked into your eyes and then I realized I already won all the battle because I got you. Whatever it is, just identify it and build on it. And I don't mean if you're good at writing, then you have to drown us with your write-up on Instagram every day. No, maybe you could have a blog and then redirect people to your blog with postcards on your Instagram page. It could work like that. There's a difference between content and context. Content is what you're sharing, and context is the platform where you're sharing it. You can't take a pastor to go and preach in a mosque. They are both men of God. They'll probably share similar content, but the context in which they exist are totally different, and the same applies to social media. You have to choose your medium and stick to it. Most of us use social media as this distribution channel where we go and pour out everything, but it's not supposed to be like that. According to Gary Vee, social media is a platform where we natively tell our stories. Different platforms serve different purposes, and people on it for different reasons. For example, people on Pinterest to get inspiration and pin what they hope to buy in the future on their board, so they are open to seeing infographics. On Facebook, people want to see what's happening in the lives of their primary school best friends, so they are open to seeing 20 of your pictures at the same time. People on Twitter to show how witty they can be and summarize their thoughts in a concise and meaningful manner. On Instagram, it's all about the best moments. People don't mind seeing your most photoshopped picture, so you can just reduce the noise to 100% and it will be fine. They'll still like it and comment, "Oh my god, beautiful, this one, that one." So choose your content and identify the platform that its context works best for you. Another thing we should be careful of is sharing the same content on multiple platforms at once. Technology has made it in such a way that we can link all our social media platforms, but we have to be careful in order not to defeat the purpose of our social media presence. I'll give you a good example. When you link your Twitter account and your Instagram account, all the posts you share on Instagram will be going to Twitter automatically. And although you might seem good and fine that, "Oh, I'm also active on Twitter," it will defeat the purpose, because all your followers will be getting will just be links upon links upon links. And tell me how you feel if you're following someone and all they are sharing on Twitter is links. You wouldn't like it. So don't make people go through that. I personally used to make that mistake before, but once I realized it, I started creating independent content for these different platforms. So you should do the same. You really optimize your social media presence. Trust me on that. Whatever content or context you choose, make sure you express yourself as much as you can. People will know you if you don't share enough with them for them to see who you are. So express yourself, be unapologetic about it, and stay true to yourself. Tell your story and live it. People need to hear your story. It's a proof that you are who you say you are. And I don't mean dumping your entire life on social media. Although it works for some people, that's not the point I'm trying to make. What I'm trying to say is you have to try as much as you can to remain consistent. Consistency doesn't mean doing the same damn thing over and over again. To me, it means growing and getting better at what you do and letting people watch you evolve. We all know Beyonce, right? If you watch her video from when she was about 5 or so to her most recent video, you can almost touch the spirit thread that connects them all. As long as I can remember, she has been dancing fiercely, she has been performing, she has been walking and giving face. But why we still go so hard for her is because we've watched her get better at doing all those things. So allow people to see your journey. That's what makes the connection so much stronger and the story so much juicier with too much sauce. When you know who you are, what you want to be defined as, and you're able to articulate it well enough to share with the world, leveraging on social media will be less work to you. I hope you know that the number of people following you means nothing if there's no deepened relationship. I see some people open their business page and then they go buy followers, they go buy likes. Darling, you're only hurting yourself. Because you can't measure your growth with fake followers. You can't get an honest feedback on anything. You need to interact with your followers and your customers. And I'm not just talking about a shallow connection. You need to create a deeper connection with them. That deep connection is what you should aim for. Is that deep connection that will make them want to pay you more? Is that deep connection that will make them want to pay attention to you and listen to what you have to say? Is that deep connection that will make them want to go so hard for you and stand for your cause? You can deepen your relationships with people by finding out what their core needs needs are and taking care of it. GT Bank is one of the most successful banks in Nigeria today because while other banks were trying to copy what was happening abroad in terms of online banking, GT Bank dug deep into the actual need of the Nigerian people and found out that internet is actually a luxury to some people, to most people. And as much as people love to do online banking, they didn't have access to the internet to go online, so they made it offline. And since they launched that their Star 737 program, their revenue has skyrocketed to a very great height, and now other banks are trying to catch up. So the secret is find out the need and take care of it. Don't assume. Find out and take care of it. Aim for a deeper connection and substantial relationships. I have an exercise for you that could help you understand your brand better and set it on a path of growth. All you have to do is answer the following questions as truthful as you can. 1. What makes me unique? A clue to finding out what's unique about you is to look at your experiences, your wealth of knowledge, your character, your beliefs, your value. A combination of all those things is what makes you unique. Number 2. What do I want to be identified as? What impression would you like to create on people? What would you like people to think about you? Those are the answers you give to this question. Another interesting part of this question is that you can give it to your friends to answer for you and then compare the answers they've given you to the answers you've written down about yourself. It will increase your self-awareness. Number 3. What am I selling? Or if it's so hard to figure that out, ask yourself, what do I want to sell? The next question is, how do I connect my reputation to my product or my service? Remember how I told you earlier that our product and our services take on the persona we give to them. So now write down ways you can connect your reputation, your brand to your products or your services. A very good example is Kylie Jenner. She had a reputation for getting her lips done and she turned around and owned it. She built her cosmetics brand from selling lipstick and now she's the youngest person on Forbes list. And people are still there talking. Continue. The final question is, how do I deepen existing relationships? Search for ways you can serve people better. Maybe by replying your comments or telling people no instead of ignoring them. That could be a good start. According to a very wise person, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. This is how you know when you've built a strong brand. You will lead more, you will win more, and you will earn more. You will lead more because people will trust you as an authority. You'll be reliable. They will know that, okay, I can always go to this person for this thing, and they will follow you. You will win more because you know yourself and share yourself unapologetically with everyone. And when you do that, it will radiate this confidence that attracts people. And when people are attracted to you, you'll be in a position of strength, and that's where you always negotiate from. And when you negotiate from a position of strength, you would always win. You would earn more because more people will be willing to pay you. Our reputation is like our share price in the stock market of life. And when a share price rises, the value increases. And what happens? More people would want to invest in it. So that's what will happen to you when you build a strong reputation, a high reputation. In summary, you need to know that your brand or your platform rests on the stories of other people. Something happened that you gave momentum to. Brands are co-created because if you check it, you are where you are because you are representing a lot of people. There are so many people standing behind you. So never forget that. Show up with passion, creativity, the best intention, and the right people will show up to support you. You won't even know when you get to a certain level of success because it didn't feel like work to you. We're all emotional beings and we're all connected at some level. According to Dave Carroll, social media does not connect us. Rather, social media is a tool that allows us to experience the connection that already exists between us. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video really useful. Endeavor to do the exercise because I believe it will go a long way to helping you establish your brand. Please leave a comment in the box below about this topic. We would love to hear your views. Like and share with your friends. You never know who you might help. See you in our next video.